Hello and welcome to day 70 of the 1000 Days of No Code Challenge. Did you know the earliest known calendar dates back to 8000 BC in Scotland, where ancient people tracked lunar cycles to mark time. Later, other civilizations developed more advanced calendars, leading to systems that we use today. Alright, enough with history class. And now we are bringing calendars into the digital world. In today's video, we will be adding calendar view with 1 week of display at a time. We will also add navigations so that we can move to the previous week or the next week. Along with that, we will also see how do we display data with regards to a particular date from the database. So let's get started.
To build a weekly calendar, let's first change the layout from fixed to column. We now know what column layout means, and then let me add a group, and this will be called as main. Let's go to layout and add some padding on all the sides. Now we can add a text within this, and we can call this as weekly calendar. Once this is done, let's now add a repeating group. Now the repeating group will be of just one row with 7 columns because we need 7 days of the week, right? And let's go to layout and uncheck this box so that it expands up to the area that we have from the parent group. Now type of content will be this weekdays. Data source will be all weekdays. And let's add a group within this, right? And let's make the type of content here as weekdays. Data source would be current sales weekday. Now I'm going to add a text within this, which is where we are going to display the weekday. And then what we have to do is go to data, option set, weekdays, add a new attribute called day number, which will be a number type. And we have to go to each of these options and change the attribute number. So Monday will be 1, Tuesday will be 2, Wednesday will be 3, Saturday will be 6, and Sunday will not be 7, but it will be 0. Okay. And one small change over here, that is we will make it sorted by day number, right? Descending as no. That way we will get Sunday to be the first day of the week. Let's quickly check if that is coming out well. Yes, that seems to be right. Let's quickly just change this from body to header 2 so it looks bigger, bolder, and beautiful. Let's go to layout of group main to add some space. And let's add some 20 space. Let's go to this particular element and remove this fit width to content and make it as center aligned. Okay, if you want, we can also make it as bold, and we can check if this is looking nice. Looks to be good enough. Let's go to the next step. Now we need to display the date of this entire week, and for that let's go to date test and create custom state, right? And this can be weekly start date, right? And this will be the date type. Now on page load event, we need to set the custom state. So we go to element actions, set state of an element, select the date test, which is the page name, custom state is weekly start date, and value will be current date and time, rounded down to week. And what this does is it will take the current date and times value, rounded down to the week, which is Sunday at 12 AM, right? And what we will do over here is I'll add a text within, and we will set this to date test weekly start date plus days, current sales weekdays, day number. Again, I'll bring it to center. Layout, we can uncheck this. One last thing, we can change this formatting to something like this. Let's quickly check what is being displayed. So you can see that here we are getting Feb 2nd 2025, Feb 3rd 2025, Feb 4th 2025, and so on and so forth until Feb 8th 2025. The reason being, the starting of the week is on Sunday, which is Feb 2nd 2025, right? And we did add the day with current cell's weekdays number. And for Sunday we had given 0, for Monday we had given 1, for Tuesday we had given 2, and so on and so forth until for Saturday, which was value 6. So Feb 2nd plus day 6 goes on up to Feb 8th. Now we have done this week calendar. Let's add the navigation so that we can move from this week to previous week or next week and so on and so forth. And for that, I'm going to add a group in between these two, and let's call this as navigation. And let me add a text within this one here, and we can show what is the present week that we are displaying. And for that, let's go to date test, weekly start date, extract week, and this will get us the week that we are active on right now. And we will add this static text here so that we can see this. And also let's bring this to center aligned, and this one to horizontally center aligned. We can show here it is week 4 just as a canvas placeholder, and we can check this. You can see that this is looking nice. We can just change this from header body to header 4. Let's add a couple of icons so that we can move to previous and next week, and this will be left. I'll select this icon. Let's go to layout, change the padding to 0, 0, 0 and 0. Let's make this as 25 cross 25, and we'll also make this one as row alignment because we want it one besides the other, and this can be in the center, this can be in the center, and we will also add one more icon which will be next to week 4, and this time it will be right side. Altogether we want this to be in the center. We'll change this, and we will also add some spacing between these elements. Okay, now when we click on the left icon, what we want is we want to go to the previous week, which is the starting week date, right? That needs to be set to current date and time minus 7 days. And the way we do that is select the custom states element, that is page, and then the custom state, and we go to date test, weekly start date plus days minus 7. Okay, so I'll copy this because we have to add a similar flow here, right? And I will paste this, but instead of minus 7, this time it will become 7. Let's quickly check if this is working fine. So right now we are on week 5. I'll click on this one. It will go to week 4, week 3, week 2, week 1, right? Likewise, I can go to the next weeks as well, and the dates will keep changing. One last thing before we can end this is I'll show you how do we add the data specific to particular date. So I'm going to add the number of registrations that has happened on the platform on particular days of this week. So do a search for user, add a new constraint, created date is greater than or equals to now let's go here, copy this particular thing, come back here and paste this. Just that we don't need this formatting, so I will delete this. And this is good enough. We also have to add one more condition, created date less than the same condition but plus days 1. So basically what we are doing is we are checking any registrations that has happened from 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. of that particular day. Because we have used less than, it will ensure that all the registrations that has happened just before that, which is 11:59 p.m. would be considered, right? And now we can put count here. And of course we can bring this to center like we've done for all the other elements. Let's quickly check if this is already working fine. And so we have 0 registrations happened here, 2 registration that has happened on Feb 1st. We have 1 on Jan 23rd. We have 0 throughout week 1. We have 0 during the last week of the last year. We have 55 on week 51 and so on and so forth. And this is how you add dynamic data onto a weekly calendar. This need not be just count. It can also be your tasks. It can be your project delivery. It can be your calendar invite, anything.
And there you go. Now you can display the data on your calendar using the view that we just created. It's fascinating how humans evolved from looking at the sky to track time to developing more complex systems and to having calendars in everything. Watches, apps, or literally everything today. Technology has come a long way over the years, and it's about time we will be seeing flying cars above our roof. Chalo, enough of daydreaming. Now it's time for you to add this calendar feature onto your app. That's all from me for today, and I will see you in the next one.